Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, whatever you want to call yourself. I am some bloke sat in a cupboard, so probably don't listen to me. I look mental. I have some pajama jumpery thing on, and it's like 1 p.m., like quarter to two. So probably think I'm mental. Probably I've got a bit mental. It's fine. Anyway, so today we've got a banger. We're gonna call it a banger of mash because it's about banging your mash. If you understand, getting yourself a smash. If you get the drift, rubbing your stiff. If you don't get that, you're probably not one for this one. But yeah, we're just gonna go full screen and I'll show you the article and we'll talk about it and then I'm not really sure. So basically, all porn sites must be robustly verify UK users' ages by July. Okay, let me just get the. Hello, I'm here. So essentially, um, I've I have to use like a VPN essentially for a wank. Probably not the best way of going into that, but there's a blocker in house, so he went to friends and they've already basically shut off Pornhub in friends saying you can't do this because it could expose people basically. Like you put your ID online and there's any sort of data leak, somebody's got your identification, and in fact, if your ID means so much to who you are, like you can't get a job without it, and anything you can't really do. Oh, without your ID, you can't get an house. Like you can't even file for being homeless without an ID. If somebody's got your ID, they could sign you up to all sorts of benefits or whatever else and just claim to be you and essentially just steal it. And is it worth it for a wank? No. So, VPNs, you need to know about VPNs because if this is coming in July, look up free VPN. Easy as that. Like, I don't, they're definitely not illegal. They are there to protect your IP address and to be quite frank with it, and so you can have a fucking quick wank at this point. Because I don't understand the logic behind it. They're saying, oh, the porn's too easy to get. I don't know if any of your children ever, I assume you were, but when I were a kid, porn were on videotapes, it were on DVDs, and it were just hidden around the house. It was like finding a fucking Easter egg, like it's an egg on you just found a dildo and some porn. Like it before the internet, you'd come across porn. And the act like because it's more easily accessible by putting a block onto it, that's gonna make it better and make it more child friendly, let's say, more helpful for the kids, I guess. But it Poland's always been around, like, and it's really thick when you think about it. When there's actual other ways of getting your hands on it, like even if porn websites themselves have to have like um, ID verification, what's to say that torrents even gonna get a shit? Fuck you think Pirate Bay is gonna listen to him? Like there's other ways of acquiring it if you really want it. And like I said, VPN put you straight to USA. What the fuck are they gonna do? They literally can't do shit about it. Like it's so thick, and if they come knocking on your door, you've been watching porn in on a VPN. Like, are you fucking retarded? What they gonna do? Like seriously, we're in a point where they're letting all these people out of prison. They think you think you're gonna get stopped and fucked up for having a wank? Like it's fucking stupid. Like this country is fucking retarded. Like the people who run it are thick as fuck, and the people what trust them are even thicker. And this is the problem with the world at the minute. It's full of fucking morons. and I'm not going to claim to be one of the smart ones, but at least I'm smart enough to see these people want to fucking kill your grannies and want all your fucking information. They want to let every cunt in. Literally, they've made it. Let's have a look. I'll show you. Wait, give me a sec. Let me don't. You're gonna see why I'm not one of the smartest because I won't be able to spell terrorist here. Terrorist meaning update in the UK. Okay. Go on then. I don't know if this is the right one, but we'll have a look. There is see, Vickers can't type. Can't spell. No, I'm just gonna speed it up. Terrorism, UK, um, about speaking, hate speech, towards migrants. Cool. I'm a fucking flop. Anyway. You can. Where the fuck is it? I really didn't want to write all that. Really didn't want to write all that. Anyway, I look like a twat. I probably should have had that one open. I didn't know you were expect to start talking about it, but essentially they've updated it to say that people doing hate speech towards mass migration, if they've got all bad to say about it, such as like saying, you know, they should all burn alive or something. Obviously, I don't believe that. I just think they should all fuck off. But that's just me. Um, Stuff like that will be considered hate speech, and not just hate speech, it'll be considered a terrorist act. It's a terrorist act. So we're basically what they're saying is it's a terrorist act to say something negative about migrants, but it's not a terrorist act to come over here unvetted, possibly with alternative reasons to be here rather than just, oh, I want to come to this country for salvation and I just want to be safe. This is why I've left my wife at home. And there's some thick fucking bitches, I mean bitches, because I've only seen either purple haired, short haired, or fat women saying, oh, men would come over here without their wives so they can make sure it's safe over here. Brother, you've left them in a war zone. Why does it matter if it's safer over here? You've left them in a fucking war zone. What the fuck are you gonna do? They're gonna earn money for the family out of taxpayers' money. That's all what's happening. Like, well, what do you think's happening with them? They're either working illegally if they are. Like, I watched a video with migrant working for Uber and Bird. They didn't get a shit. They just get him a job. Um, so they're either working illegally or it's they're just claiming benefits, and benefits are one of them really funny things. I'd say it's an extremely like funny conversation to have because if you claim you are seen as one of the worst people, you scum of earth. You do know. You just sign on, and like even when I signed on at 18, because my dad made me, by the way. Even when I signed on, I just felt like shit. The workers there make you feel like shit. There's no movement. Like they don't try and help you find a job. They tell you off for not finding one. There's a very big difference. You see, if the job centres like did what their name is, you know, like helped you find a job, then there'd be a lot more people in work, but they don't. It's very rare, like extremely rare, that they actually help you. Like most of the time, you go up, you show them, I've applied for this ain't good, or you say, I've been ill, I haven't, and they say, we're suspending you, you're not getting the money for 3 months, and that's it. Um, or even when like universal credit's a lot better, because you can work, earn a bit of money, and get that little top off. But when I was at job centre, I said, "Oh, I did some work for my neighbour, and they paid me in biscuits and fucking tea, and they stopped me money for 6 months, 6 months, and then eventually I I got a meeting with him, and they give me all that money back and apologise, and it's like if I were at the worst point of my life, like where I were actually homeless, and they stopped my stopped my money for 6 months, probably would have died, like for doing work what they've asked me to do. You see the problem here. Like I couldn't get any work experience. I weren't allowed that work experience because they stopped me money if I got any sort of experience. So how the fuck are you ever gonna get a job and advance your life when you're gonna have no money if you try to? It's really fucking dumb. Universal credit obviously came and changed that, but they still don't want you to find a job. End of the day, they work in a sort of like raw. So they're paid by hour. They're not paid by successful person getting a job. They're paid by how many hours they're working. And for them to work more hours, they'd need more people to come to the job. They'd need more appointments. So what is the point? Where's the incentive of anyone working in the job centre to get anyone a job if there's no bonus scheme for getting people jobs? There's only a slight bonus for getting more people in because you're working more hours. You'd be a fucking moron not to see where the stupid stupidity comes from in, just the job centre in general. You're a scumbag for going there, but yet they do nothing to stop you from being there. And sometimes it can take weeks and months to find a job, and sometimes sometimes you can get a job and you will be shit at it. It's just not for you. You'll pull your back out, you'll hurt your legs, you'll fucking come back smelling like shit, and you can't do it. You're not built for it. Like, could you imagine like a 4'9" woman trying to work in a fucking builder's yard, trying to build a skyscraper? Like, she'd be slower than everyone else. She'd be letting everyone else down. Getting the wrong people in the wrong job is not the right way of going about it. Equality and division and diversity, sorry, is so stupid because it's not equal to get someone who's black in a job. It's equal to get someone who's black who's good at the job in a job. But people don't think like that. You see, it's just numbers. They just want to make up numbers. Like at a previous job, they hired loads of Asians at the same time. Like there were black people, there were white people there, but there were no Asians, and they hired loads of Asians. And some of the managers went, to be honest, it's just the diversity thing. We need to fill up the quota. None of them's being vetted. So none of them's being vetted. Yeah, none of them's being checked. None of them were good at the job because they all got fucking sacked in the space of 2 months, and they only had to hire him because legally they had to hire some Asians or else it weren't diverse enough. Like, seriously. You, people should be hired on their merit, not their skin colour. And this is why you end up with people going in the wrong job. Sorry about that. I bet that's fucking gross. Um, you get you get people going in the wrong jobs, and you get them going in and out of different jobs because the job just doesn't suit them. Like, I'm sorry, but if I can't sell, I shouldn't be a salesman. If I can't fucking swim, I shouldn't be a lifeguard. If I don't know CPR, I shouldn't be a fucking nurse. Like, how stupid is it that they don't expect you to find a job what suits you? They just want you to find a job, but they won't help you find a job. No, it's just a big hypocrisy. They're just going against what they're telling you. You need to find a job, but we won't help you, even though our sole purpose is to get people in work, because if we got everyone in work, we'd have no fucking work to do. And that is the problem with benefits and treating people like shit on them is not. It's not smart, you're not clever, you're probably thickest cunt out there because you've fallen into what the media is telling you. People on Job Centre are at worst, which, to be fair, some of them are, but also some people at work are. I have met the biggest cunts in my life at work. Like, that's just how it is. Like, don't matter if you sign on or not, if you're a cunt, you're a cunt. Fingers were signing on, you got more crackers there. Like, so if I need to put it in better context, what does the king do? What does the royal family do? They were born into it. They gain monopoly of wealth just by simply being, just by being. But yet we're supposed to look up to them and worship them and fight for them. And what's the difference between them and someone signing on? Like, really? What is the difference? They've got more power, yeah, but they decided to throw that power away years ago. So what is the difference? They are living off of taxes. I can tell you the difference. A few fucking million, billion. That's the difference. They were born into the right place, meaning that they deserve this money because they were born into it. They deserve wealth. They deserve riches because of their blood, which is such an outdated fucking system. The whole just government system in general is such an outdated system. They're all born in the same fucking place, usually. If they're not born in the same place, they're all born with a silver spoon rammed deeply into their arsehole. Rammed the fuck into their arsehole. And that's the problem. They all go to the same schools, they all know each other, there's no one around who's actually working class. Angelina, whatever, ginger bitch, Minge, acted like she were. She acted like she were working class. As soon as they got in power, on the other hand, she don't give a fuck. She doesn't give a fuck about you. She don't give a fuck about me. Labour is Labour. Their whole system was a lie. Everything that they have said was a fucking lie. They've done fuck all for economy. There's been no black hole of money, because if they were, they wouldn't be able to give any more fucking money out. But yeah, yes they can. Yes they can, to every fucking cunt except for their own people. That black hole of fucking money is what they're planning to fucking spend. There is nothing, and I mean it, nothing wrong with our money. We have decided to tell everyone that there's a black hole of money, and every time that they fucking prove that there isn't, people are just fucking closing their eyes and saying, fuck that, I'm gonna ignore it. And even better. Right, we are definitely not doing that, Mr. Telegraph. Okay. Okay, to read this article, free enter your ear, you have got to be fucking joking me. So, where is the... Can I... That's fine. See if we got it all. really get much. That's fine. Right. Essentially, what they want to do is put your kids in army for a year. Great. I know you're gonna love it. He's saying between whatever age it is, I guess like 19, either 18 to 19 or 19 to 20, between those years. They want to give you a gap year where you're either good at army or you're training the fucking trained to be a nurse. Well, it's not you. It's probably going to be your kids. Oh, it could be you yourself if you're younger than 18. He wants to drag your ass into the war. We have nothing to fight for. Let's get that straight. My nan had 5 brothers who all died in World War II, and they died for nothing. For nothing. Like, look at our country, man. We are a fucking laughing stock. How many times? I don't know if you've seen it, but I've seen it multiple times where Muslim people are saying it's not your country anymore. It's not your country anymore. And quite frankly, they're probably fucking right. We have lost it. We have sat there blind, weakened by the word racist. We have heard that and fucking quivered in our boots and done fuck all for years while we've watched them take over. Because if we said all, if we did all, if we made any sort of move, we would be locked up for being racist. The grooming gangs, they all got hidden by fucking the government, by the police force, by the media. They all got hidden because they didn't want to look racist for facts. The, and people say, well, white people cause more crime in England. Yeah, there should be more of us. It's fucking hell. Like, I don't really know what the prisons are at the minute or the crime rate is at the minute. I think that they released them not long ago. I can have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Fuck off. Crime rate. It's by race, I believe. Right. Why is it saying March 2023 though? I don't really want to go off of Google, but I'll read it anyway. In 2025, crime rates in the UK show variations by ethnicity, with black and mixed race individuals experiencing higher victimisation rates than other groups. Specifically, mixed race individuals are 44% more likely to be victims of crime, and black African Caribbean or black British people are disproportionately affected by violent crime and stalking. Homicide rates also show significant disparities, with black ethnic group experiencing homicide rate of 39.8 per million population England and Wales since 2021 and 2024 to 8.5 for the white ethnic group. My question is, who's doing those crimes? Is it so they're experiencing victimization rates? It's not racism, is it? Victimization, it could just be bullying. Like, a black person could victimize another black person. They could say, yo, your creps are dead, blood. Like, it's victimization. You made them look like a twat. So I don't understand what that's even getting at. Basically, it's saying black people, yet again, are victims. As always, victims. Who are the victims of these days? Are they victims of Mexicans or white people or themselves? Like, just ask that question. Are they victims of me? Do I have one in me fucking cupboard? Yeah, he's stood right there holding me fucking plug-in. Are the victims of you? Are you the one victimising black people? Are you just a bastard? Is that what you are? Are the victims of gangs? Are the victims of what? Just, it needs to be a bit more in depth. So, okay, let's have a look. 2023, 2024, no, no, no. Where is this year? Where's last year? Like, where is last year? Like, okay, okay. So this was 2 years ago, which I don't necessarily want to go off, but if this is the one coming up, I'll look again. But you see what we have here. So this is arrest rate for every 1,000 people by ethnicity. So, hmm, what does this mean? It could mean a couple things to me, to be honest. So is it saying for every 1,000 people, 11.2 out of those 1,000 get arrested? Or are they saying, like, this is how many times they get arrested in 1,000 people? I don't know. And obviously, it's very disproportionate. It's extremely disproportionate. And people say, well, let's look for why 9.4. Why British even better 9.2. Like, I'm not even going to say anything. It's disproportionate to say the least. To say the least. So if they are the most victimised people, either the white people are getting away with victimising them, or it's not them doing it. And it's fucking as simple as that. Like, Jesus Christ. Get over yourself. Fuck me, even Google. Well, they're all victims. The victims of what? What are they victims of? Look at the statistics and tell me what they're a victim of. Them fucking selves. Get over yourself. Basically. Romanians are doing well, smashing that. Go Romanians. Arrest rate for every 100 people. See, they seem to want to pin people to hate each other at the minute. And I don't hate black people. I don't hate Muslims. I don't hate anyone. I just think if our economy is so fucked, if people what sign on is so terrible, if so many children are in poverty, so many old people could have froze. What are we fighting for? What's pointing us fighting? Are you gonna put your kid on a stake for a country what does nothing for you? Does nothing for you. It doesn't give a shit about you. They only seem to care about letting people in, letting them have the benefits, letting the media say that the white people and the people what are British having the benefits are disgusting, but we'll give them every other cunt. The country what leaves the soldiers what fought for is homeless and mental with PTSD. Don't help them. Probably shouldn't be that lean, they'll fucking bring me back. But a country what expects us to fight for them, what gives nothing in return. They don't care about your privacy. They don't care about your well-being, your kids' well-being, your health, what you can afford, your mental status, who you are. They don't give a fuck about it. They will lie and say that they love gay people until they've got their vote. They will lie and say trans is okay until they've got their vote. They will lie and say that they have no problem with white people until they've got their vote. And now that they've got your votes, they will lie and say that there's no money while they go and spend it all. And quite frankly, is that a country that you're willing to die for, or your kids are willing to die for? Because you shouldn't be. All these wars that we've had, all the fights, everything that we've done has amounted to nothing. Russia's not our enemy. If Putin's our enemy, then take him out. We don't need a war for that. We don't need a fucking platoon of soldiers to poison a guy. Like, seriously, a poor fucking bullet in his head. Fucking sacrifice one person to get in close and put a fucking bullet in his head. It's not that hard. We don't need a fucking war if there's only one person really keeping it going. But war fuels us. War gives us money. That's what we want. We're supposedly in debt. That's why we're debting Ukraine up so they can pay us back for years to come. War gives us money. That's why they want it. They don't give a fuck if you die. They don't care if I die. They don't care if your kids die. They don't care if your wife dies. They don't care if your son dies. They don't give a fuck if your mistress dies. They couldn't give a shit. Look at what happened during COVID. They wouldn't let you go to fucking funerals. They wouldn't let you go out. They wouldn't let you do fucking anything. They say you need to work from home. And now they're saying it's wrong to work from home. You should be in office. Why should you be in office? Do you know why you should be in office? The reality of why you should be in the office is because if you're in the office, those buildings are getting taken up. They're getting used. More money's going back into the economy from those used buildings. If you could just work at home the whole time, there wouldn't be as many massive fucking buildings needed because they're not fucking needed. Your job didn't change when you worked from home to today, it didn't. Unless you're in a different job. But the whole process didn't change. The system just told you it's wrong. As always, they say it's wrong. Back to the job centre. It's wrong to sign on. Unless you're an immigrant, then they're just feeding the family. They just need to look after the family. They seem to have some sort of fear that of people who are working, who have the time to sit down and think and work out what the fuck they're doing. They seem to be scared of that, and they always have seemed to be scared of that. The people signing on have the most time out of all of us. I could give you some of the thickest people come out with the most genius shit because you know what, with time you can work stuff out. It doesn't matter how close-minded, how stupid you could be, you are smart enough to work stuff out. And the biggest fuckery we have ever experienced in our whole existence is what we're having at the minute. There's not enough money for you, but there's enough money for everyone else. It's wrong for you to sign on, but we'll let migrants in and we'll give them money. We'll give them iPhones. We'll let them have a nice life. We'll let them have tennis lessons. We'll give them fucking pool lessons. Why do they get the free things? Why do they get the free things? I'm pretty sure it weren't too long ago we were in an obesity crisis. But yeah, we can afford to have immigrants good at swimming baths. Why couldn't they get paid for a day a week where everyone can good at swimming baths? Everyone could go to gym. Everyone could lose weight. Why don't they go the is it China or Japanese route where people have to exercise on the breaks? Or they have to exercise through the day. Why couldn't they have done that? Because they don't give a fuck. Because they don't care. They wanted you addicted to that fat shit. So eventually, when they put it up in price and when they've taxed it to fuck, you will keep paying for it because it's one of the things will give you fucking happiness. In this small ass, shitty little fucking country, it's one of the small delights what makes you smile. And they will tax it to fuck. Can't even get a fucking Tupperware pack. Oh, well. In summary, VPN is better than an ID for a wank. I don't know why I'm holding that. VPN. Use a VPN. I even know what VPN this is. I had a VPN connection. Well, yeah. I did reset my computer not long ago, so I probably don't have my VPN on it. Don't watch porn on it, it's from my phone anyway. But download a VPN. Don't let people take your fucking existence, take your um, identification off you just so you can have a wank. It's not worth it. I don't care how desperate you are. Like, I don't understand. I don't get what they think the process of that wank's going to be. Because who is going to sit there and go, I could do with tossing one off. Oh, I need my ID, yeah. Can't find my ID. Takes me 10 minutes to find my fucking ID. Take a picture of it, send it off. I don't want to wank now. It took fucking 10 minutes to find my ID. This country's fucking insane. It's retarded. Apparently that's a bad word now, retarded, but I don't mean like special needs people. I mean people like Keir Starmer who thinks he's smarter than everyone, but he's a bit of a fucking gimp. Retarded. That's what he is. Retarded. Your brain sort of works, but it doesn't properly because you think you're above people, so you think everyone's fucking stupider than you. But you're that far up your own arse, you hid the Jimmy Savile case and you laugh in people's faces about it. And you think you're gonna get away with that forever. Mate, if Earth doesn't take you, hell's gonna. And that's that. If Earth isn't torture, hell will. Because you fucking let the most prolific paedophile out. You let him go, and you made it a secret. And you, and all your fucking cronies, I don't even believe in heaven and hell, by the way, but you'll all burn in hell. If you even make it there. And that's easy as that. All we want to do, mate, is have a wank. We shouldn't have to be ID'd for a wank. You are not stopping kids from accessing porn because there's always ways of finding porn. End of the day, yes, it's a bit fucking weird to watch a girl get strangled while she's getting rammed for the first time, but some of the girls are into it, to be fair, so you might get a hint. Like, Jesus Christ, like. What sort of men are we gonna create? Like seriously, what do they want for men? Do they just want them to be Pedro Pascal, full of anxiety? Ooh, I need to hold someone's hand and cuddle up to him, and that's supposed to be your manly man. I'm a bougie ass bitch. That's the manly man. That's what they want. Like, effeminate men. And they're pushing that by, like, Pedro Pascal, as I say. He's like the fucking purest example. That man is the most effeminate male who's supposed to be like the manly man of these days I have ever fucking seen. For him, they tried it with Rock, where he was a big guy but are always dumb. Nah, Pedro Pascal's the smart guy or the bounty hunter, and he's always got like a heart of gold, and he always loves someone you should go. Like, it's just not very strong, is it? Like in any role, even Mandalorian, he's not very fucking strong. Like he started off strong at Mandalorian, but by season 3, when he's drowned in a fucking pool, not very strong. Fucking Joel from Last of Us didn't even put up a fight when he died. Oh, they took him by surprise. The guy should have had his fucking guard up the whole time. He shouldn't ever have told anyone his fucking real name, and it's all just bollocks. And I feel like that's what they're trying to breed. They're trying to breed like men with hearts of gold and simultaneously trying to bring us into wartime. And I don't understand the tactic. Will people be easier to fool, easier to manipulate if they were just a bit softer? Will they be more in line? It sounds like people fall in line if they've got no backbone. If they're just soft. Like, in our country, free speech isn't a thing. You're not really allowed to say anything wrong. Anything wrong. Anything what can offend someone, which could be anything. Everything I've said here could have offended someone. But that's not the purpose or the intention. And if there's no intention behind it, how's it illegal? If what somebody believes is the right thing is offensive to someone else, who's to say it's not the right thing other than the person? So it, it's stupid. Everything in our country is fucking stupid. And honestly, if I had the money, I'd have gone. If you have the money, go. Just go. It's not worth it. Like, by the end of it, there's either going to be war on streets or you're all just going to get sent off. Unless something major happens, we will all be fucked. So if you can go, just run. Just go. It doesn't matter. If it's still safe, then come back. But it's not worth the risk. They don't care about you. They don't like you. They don't want you here. And at the end of the day, the minute that something blows,